Well, it's kind of lonely here with only one car to work on, just the Corvette. The truck is out of here. Bye-bye, Chelsea's truck. And now it's down to the Corvette. So, on this car, I'm going to deliver it to the Iron Horse Garage guys before I leave for Mississippi, which is the 16th. But I need to take everything that I want to take off of it before that happens. And so, uh, but on June 3rd, I think Dash is coming here. Dash Lee is going to come here, and we're going to go to breakfast together in the Corvette. So, I don't want to take so much apart that we can't go enjoy breakfast together. So, I was thinking, what I'm going to do is take the T-tops off and start stripping them. Get this weather stripping off. Get this trim piece off and such and whatnot. But the downside of that is, it just rained last night. And so here in Idaho, it can rain. It could not rain for a long time, or it could rain without warning. So the question is, how much do you put yourself through prior to that happening? But I think if it threatened to rain, I could put these back on and put my cover on, and she'd be fine. But yeah, so also I watched more videos on polishing the aluminum wheels, and I learned some helpful advice. So I'm gonna really go after these wheels again. That's something that doesn't require really any take apart. I could do that while they're on. So yeah, that's something doable. Also, as I mentioned while it was parked across the street, the antenna, which is this, needs to go up through that little hole there, and the grounding plate, which is this, has to go up there with it. I would like to take this grounding plate out. It has a strap on it, so I'd have to take the strap off. I could take it off right here. That's smart. And then wiggle it out of here and clean it up a bit. So I think that's what I'm going to start with. So I just need to get me a little socket to fit that. So into the garage I go. Also, I kind of would like to use my sandblaster to blast all this surface rust off. This is not rusty. This is some kind of fabric, probably to have this gas tank sit in there nice and quiet. So, but I blast all the rusty rust with my glass beaded sandblaster, get all that cleaned up, and then put a surface protector on it. I'm gonna try that stuff that Blaster makes and get that all cleaned up. That's interesting. This tip is welded onto here, but there's a gap right here, and so all this is black soot here. Nice. Well, it'll look a lot better with my side pipes. I guess these are pretty good mufflers, MagnaFlow. So, if I do get set up for side pipes, maybe I can sell these somehow. Maybe somebody wants them. You never know. Alright, let's go find me a socket. So I'm wearing my sweatshirt that I was given for being a teacher. My superhero power is education. Is educating our future. Oh, I've never read it before. So, there you go. Okie dokie. So, I personally like to use my little 1/4-inch sockets for such a thing, and I have a set of very colorful little sockets. They all sit in a set, and right now I could find 2 of them. That is not the set. Oh, by the way, I took my old air gauge from my air compressor apart. The glass was broken. Looks like, yeah, there's still pieces of glass in the garbage bucket. You just take these 2 screws out of the back, and then you have to kind of pry this face mechanism off, and then this sits in there, and you have to get the backing up and then pull it out that way. There's nothing too wrong with it. I mean, it should read 0 pressure, but whatever. I thought it was just in kPAs, but the outer numbers in red are in pounds per inch squared, so it's not like it's worthless, but that is glass, and I don't want to have to replace it. It's just a circle of glass, though, so I'd actually thought of finding some clear plastic, cutting a circle out of it in the same size, and trying to see if that would work. You never know. You never know. So, I've looked already in my usual places of where I would just abandon tools and leave them laying around. I am going to get organized, by the way. I have all my air compressor fittings in this nice little tray of drawers that my wife gave me for just that purpose. So all of this, I want to organize it much like that, so that I don't spend a lot of time walking around looking for whatever tools I want. By the way, I just bought this jack here, and I have a jack, but I thought, you know what, when Mark wants to borrow my jack, I'll need another jack. So I bought this jack so that when Mark takes this jack, I'll still have a jack. That's smart, right? Okay, so maybe this is the right size, you know? That's what I'm thinking. So, why not give it a shot? Take this off. Well, okay. That's not the right size, and this one's way too big. Too small and too big. That's what I usually get. So, let's see. You have to find my little socket set. And this time, what I'm going to try to do is be careful of how I treat it. I'm going to treat it with loving kindness. Oh, I bought this torque wrench too. I have a torque wrench that I bought from Harbor Freight. I'm not going to disparage their names like a lot of video YouTubers do, but anyway, my torque wrench was rather small. And so I could do little torques on it, no trouble. But when it came to doing anything over 75 foot-pounds, it was really difficult. This one, with the extra length, is going to be easy to set those torques that need to be set at high torque values. Okay. You know, I'm running out of ideas, so I think I'm going to camera off and really go after finding those sockets of mine. I could always just use Dad's socket set. He doesn't mind. Yeah. Yep. Walking around the garage isn't doing me any good, so I think that's what I'll do. Okay. I made my mind up. By the way, this just showed up in the garage the other day. We were missing our pipe cutter, and we asked Spencer, who said, I have my own pipe cutter. I think he went out and bought one just for Grandpa. Pretty nice deal there. Okay, here we go. I think it's this one. Nope. No, I think it's this one. Yep. And oi. Geez, if it's not one thing, it's another. So evidently, last time I used Dad's socket set, I didn't put away his ratcheting device. So that's on me. I think I will take an extension with me as well. Extensions are really nice when working on cars. Okay, right there, and come on. Oh, all right. Okay, so this wire is turning with it, which is just gonna cause it to break, and somehow I'm turning it tighter instead of looser. Well, that will help the wire too. Oh yeah, it's amazing what happens when you set your ratchet correctly. Now, this obviously has a ground wire coming from the harness for grounding. There's also some yellow wire that's not connected to anything. I wonder what that is. You know, I put on my wish list through Corvette Central for an automatic antenna. So I wonder if that yellow wire could supply power. That would be sweet. But that would be weird for it just to be hanging here and not doing anything. It is zip tied up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That's this guy right here. I don't know what he's in there for. Okay, so where can you come out from the easiest? Maybe right here. Ta-da! Yeah, she's a mess. I'll clean that up. Clean this plate up. Jeez. Clean the contact up. And then try to put it all back together. It's clearly cut to fit somehow, but I don't know, it's super dirty. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna work on. Get that cleaned up. I'll save the screw here. Clean that up as well. Alright, I got my work cut out for me.